Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this special figure showcase and review we're going to be looking at the 2015 Combiner Wars Sunstreaker figure. So what we're going to do with this video, we're going to have a quick look at him in both of his modes to help you decide how you want to display him. We're going to have a look at the accessories that come with him to help you know if yours is complete. We'll have a look at one inside the packaging just to bring back some nice memories and see all the artwork and stuff on that. Because he's a Sunstreaker figure, we can see how he looked in his very first Generation 1 incarnation. We can have a look at his latest version that is right up to the Earthrise toy line as of the time of making this video, and indeed we can also have a look at a Henkei version of him which also came out in the Generations toy line. One last thing, you can see we've got two combiners behind him because he's also part of pretty much both of them. One is Optimus Maximus and the other is Betatron, and I'm going to show you how to connect and combine them up as well. So as I start to bring some of these out of the way, I'd like to remind anybody who's not subscribed to this channel, if they'd like to hit that subscribe button for me now, please, because it really will help me out. So as I said, this figure came out in 2015, and in my case, 2015 BC. The BC for me stands for Before Children. And as you can see, that is why I've got a couple of versions of them, and indeed that, and again, with me being one of these, I suppose, completionist collectors, I wanted to be able to display in Optimus Maximus, in Betatron, and indeed in Sunstreaker by himself. And to be honest, although these figures are super basic, they're not too bad. I mean, super basic. Look, we've just got a tamper-graphed on windscreen there, both sides. I'm pretty sure it is. It doesn't feel like a sticker. I could be wrong actually saying that now, but who knows? We've definitely got the tamper-graphed logo there on the front. You know, I actually like the fact that we've got the silver wheels, we've got the tyres around it, so at least they've differentiated that. We've got the nice stripe across the back, and I think these figures used to get quite a bit of flack because of how sort of basic they were, and indeed they did use the moulds various times. I think Wheeljack and Ravage was another definite couple of uses for this mould. However, what I really liked about them was the aspect of the combining, and indeed it was a brilliant homage to what was known as Generation 1 Scramble City, because he could form either an arm or indeed a leg, which I'll show you in a second. The other good thing was with the accessories, what we've got here, this is his sword stroke gun, and you can obviously put this in his hand as a gun in robot mode, or indeed you can turn it around like so, pop it in his hand, and it's also a sword. Now the other attachment that comes with him, or accessory shall we say, this is clearly going to be a blaster in one particular mode, but you can also, if you bring these out, it can be a hand like so for when he's in arm mode, that particular limb, or indeed it can be a foot if we were to attach it to the bottom of there. But it also doubles up. You've got this brilliant little tab here which clicks into that hole there, and you can then attach this to the roof of the alternate mode, and I think that looks really good, to be honest. Again, such a nice and simple idea. I think it really works. And then you can of course take his gun or his sword, however you're displaying it, and you can attach this via that tab there to the side of either vehicle, well, either side of the vehicle, shall we say. And again, if you're daft enough to be like me to have multiples, you can completely go to town with these, and this is what I really like, and this is what I like about the newer toy lines, where you can start to do things like that. I think it looks really good. Right, so we're going to have a quick look at this particular packaging. This was one that, being in the UK, had to get this imported from the States. It does come with an IDW comic in the background. You can see again there's the accessories that come with him, and if we have a quick look at the back, we can see the rest of Optimus Maximus there, and the fact that it's saying that he should be his right arm. If you want to read this part here, you can pause it now and have a quick read of it yourself, and we can see that it's 12 steps. If you're interested in the transformation process, that will be separately uploaded just to keep the main length of this video down, and indeed some people don't like to see it, so I've put it in the other video. If you want to watch it, you're more than welcome to. I am going to do a transformation process to the arm though, to put him as part of Betatron. So Betatron, you've got Scattershot as the main part of the body, whereas Optimus Maximus, the clue is with the fact that obviously it is Optimus Prime. Before we do any of the combining and building up, let's do some comparisons with some of the other sunstreaker figures then. So again, at the time of this video, I've got a newer version of him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the original there. So there's the original sunstreaker. Is he just fitting in perfect? And then we've got, this is the newest version of him. So this is the Earthrise version. And then because I've got a bit of space, funnily enough, in fact, it needs to go this way just because of the time frame in which they were made. So this is the Henkei version of, I think it's the Universe, or if not, Classics mold. But there you go. So that's in order of them being made. So I suppose you can sort of see why people weren't too happy with this, because it's a little bit of a backward step compared to this mold. However, again, with this, you get the fun fact that it's a car, it's a robot, it's an arm, and it's a leg. So there you go. There's a quick comparison with them in robot mode. Let's just move these out of the way quickly. And indeed, yeah, even him. And if I move these back far enough, there's the original Generation 1 car mode. And now I need to take all these off just to give it a bit more of a fair comparison. Otherwise, it's not at all. Of course, the biggest difference between these and the Generation 1 is these are all plastic, and a lot of the Generation 1, a lot of this is die cast. It is much, much bigger as well, huge in fact. And again, these are rubber tyres, whereas these don't. So there you go. There's a quick comparison between the two. Let's move this guy out of the way. Now, we haven't really had a look at him, the new version in robot mode. So I think, again, not too bad. The head sculpt is good. I like that. Nice and detailed. Articulation wise, the head will go all the way around. You've got a ball and socket in the shoulder there. You've got bicep flexion. You don't have wrist swivel. That is all molded together. You do have a waist swivel. You've got hip, ball and socket hips. You've got knees. Now, it's quite funny because I know a lot of viewers with newer figures, they would hate these huge gaps on the inside. But they are exactly that. They're on the inside, so they're not too visible. It's not the back. It's just a big chunky figure, to be honest, as I say. But it just, for me, it just really works. Right, so with the accessories, we've already seen how we can hold the sword. This also doubles up as a huge blaster as well, like so. But again, it reminds me of the Action Masters of Generation 1. It can completely knock him off balance, and you need to really get everything in the right way to make sure it doesn't fall off. Let's just quickly move this one out of the way, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to go with, yeah, let's turn this into a limb, shall we say. The rest of the transformation process is going to be uploaded in a separate video. So what if you wanted to be a foot or a leg, shall we say, we'd fold this over and we'd bring this down, and then we'd take what is now a blaster there, and we'd fold this out, and we'd attach this like so in the bottom, and there is your leg. And that would just slot in exactly like that. However, he's not going to be a leg. He's going to be an arm for me. So I'm going to bring the thumb part down, bring the fingers out, bring this over, so that in fact it needs to go that way around. There we go. This will then fold down because it's going to slot into the side there. You can separate these, to be honest. Let me have a quick look at how to do this and jog my memory. So bring these down, separate the arms. Oh, out it comes. There we go. Bring them down. This is just going to give us the articulation and the range of motion there. And then we can fold this over exactly like that. So I've gone with the other side arm compared to Optimus Maximus. And this will just slot, oh, he says, into place like so. So there you go. Just again, I've said it a few times, I'm going to say it once more, just a great figure and a really good concept, and it's nice to revisit some of these for exactly that reason. Anyway, just wanted to share him with you. Let me know what you think in the comments. Maybe you had him as well, or maybe this video might have encouraged you to perhaps purchase one for yourself. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Take care, guys.